we gotta fight for our right to a philosophy. Yeah. Come on. Yeah, okay, so yeah. We got a philosophy going down now. We're entering that crowded marketplace. It's full of people doing their own thing, and we're looking at them and saying, what do we want to do from our heart? That's our art, and then we're saying, you know, where do we fit in this? And that's our business sense, because we're an inventor. That's what we want. We want to reach people. We don't just want to satisfy ourselves. We want a bit of everything. It's a great mishmash. So I'd really like to record my amplifier into my computer. I want to do that. And I want to keep that as close to my amplifier sound as I can, because that's what I like. And maybe that's wrong, maybe that's right, who knows? Certainly in the market out there right now, you can get digital simulators that will mimic every amplifier imaginable, and they're amazing. You know, I got nothing bad to say about them. They're genuinely amazing, but they're not my amplifier. And that's part of my philosophy. I want my amplifier. You know, and I don't want an impulse response of someone else's cab. And again, they're amazing. You know, I'm wowed by those things. Like, it's cool. But yeah, so I'm thinking, here's my idea. I'm going to make a recording device. I'm going to try and keep it as analog as possible. And again, is it better? Better? No, not necessarily. It's different. I mean, I think it'll appeal to some people, not to others. And I think there we go. That's where we need to be. So what is my unit going to do or not do that, you know, makes it worth getting into? So let's, as you may know by now, and if you don't, you will soon, I love doodling, and here's my doodles. Transition! I've got it working. I've done that like 8 times today, and that's pretty much the first time it's working. Move out the way, go over here. And so there's loads to think about. I love this. It gets really exciting, you know. And I think, you know, how do people use equipment? So back in the bad old days of Digitech, which I think did it all before in a way. I mean, GSP 2101 is like, oh my, wow, it blew my mind, that stuff. You know, you'd have 1,000 parameters. You know, you could tune everything. That was amazing. Well, it's kind of complicated. We're musicians. I think philosophy gets in the way of playing. Shouldn't get in the way of playing. Or, you know, we're at the modern way, which is like have 150 different amplifiers that are all very, very specific clones. I think that gets in the way of art. I think that blocks us from being creative. We're picking off a fixed palette. That's a bit too much, you know, somewhere in the middle. And so somewhere in here, I come up with this, I start doodling, and this is very much art. So I don't know if this is, you know, this stuff's feasible. But I'm thinking to myself, how would I like to think as a musician? I think in terms of speakers. If you tell me you've got a 2x10 cab, I expect a certain sound. If you tell me a 4x10, so here we go. I start thinking, here's our 2x4/8. So we could have how many speakers and what size? That's pretty cool. Okay, we could work with that. And then I can look at that as a scientist and say, well, what is the acoustical how can I generalize the acoustic variations of those speakers? And I look for a generalized way of doing that in terms of frequency and response, and try and encapsulate that idea, you know? And I think, then again, I kind of go back and say, well, you know, the creativity thing, and you're working broad palette, maybe we don't want it switched. Maybe we don't want 1, 2, 4, 8. Maybe we could have a variable control, because this one at the top, I was thinking you could have like a 2.5 speaker. So that's pretty cool. That gives us some variability without going overboard. You know, we know what a 2 speaker or 4 speaker is like. We can imagine a 3 or a 2.5 kind of thing, you know, just tweaking speaker side things. And so we build up this this product idea. And some things we want variable, like resonance is definitely variable. I mean, you don't even need to know what that is. It's just like amount of top end, for want of a better word. It's not quite that, but it's amount of high end punch. And that's pretty cool. So that's variable. We're just going to dial that until it sounds good. And other things, I think we want to switch A/B, you know, like close back, open back. I think that's an A/B thing, you know. We tend to fall in one camp or the other. Could have a control. Would it be worth it? Would it add too much complexity? Do we want a unit with 27 knobs on it again? No, I think one's enough there. And so this is the really interesting thing where we're bringing together our philosophy of design with our art of what we actually want to achieve, and this sort of look at what's out there currently and what people are really buying, what they're into. And yeah, so here you have my de-amplifier that hopefully, I'll be making over the coming weeks, and I will approach this very scientifically. Let's transition this back so you can see my ugly face. Okay, so yeah, I'm very excited by this. I'll probably begin, because I've learned a lot from those earlier mistakes, as I was saying in the videos, by just doing a volume control. It'll just be level. What I'll aim at initially is just some kind of input that gets the voltage right, that gets the signal right, it's pure and clean, and we'll build on that. And I really want this to be a real product, and I really want you guys to like this. So in a way, this is the introduction, and I'm going to keep showing you things as I do the tests, and I will try and do sound clips too, and do more things, and hopefully get you guys involved, and maybe it'll turn into a really cool Kickstarter or something, if you like that. I'd like to make it. I hope you guys would like to make it. If you want to see this made for real, let me go back to it. If you want to see this made for real and see it evolve and come up with suggestions, then yeah, I guess subscribe and follow videos, and I'll do my best, and maybe we'll have a little journey together. That's something I've not done. That'll be exciting and strange. And yeah, I think, yeah, analog, straight into the sound card of your computer. Keep it really personal, and yeah, we'll see. So yeah, philosophy.